Ask Susan Q&A, the place to be, live right here for all your questions. I am playing with you from Connecticut. This is my hotel room. The light's a little bizarre, and how does it get any better than that? I'm at a conference, a coaching conference, Coaching Business Mastery with Susan Epstein, and it's been delicious and delightful, and so many awarenesses of how I can actually better create with you, all of you. Hey Marta, hey Errol, welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you? I'm not sure if I pronounced your name right. Anyway, welcome. So, with all of that in mind, I got a question today. No, actually I got a question this week, and it was about what was going on in one of my clients' lives and the gossip that was created about her, and that, you know, she was asking me, why are people talking about me? Hi Kelly, hey Marguerite, which got me to thinking about how much do we make someone else's reality as true and real. If you're popping on, tell us where you're from, tag a fellow Ask Susan community member, tell them to get on here. I love you guys for popping in. Yeah, so the Lori, welcome. With the question that she came into, which actually wasn't a question, it was more of, this is what's going on, and they're creating this for me. And so I responded with, well, whose reality are you looking through? Are you looking through your reality? Are you looking through your real point of view about you? Or are you making a point of view about you based on somebody else's lenses, based on somebody else's way that they view you, that they judge you, that they receive you, that they react to you, that they compete with you? Hey, Hart, welcome. Is this ringing for anybody? Let me see some thumbs up or hearts, and come on in with your questions. It's a really old standard. You've heard me say this many times. Your point of view creates your reality. The way you look at life, the way you be with you, with your body, with your lovers, with your business, the way you actually be with them. If you have thoughts about that you're less than, if you have thoughts about, oh, I can never do this, if you have thoughts about anything that is less than the joyous, juicy being that you truly be, that's going to create the reality. That's going to create the lens that you are going to look at your life through. Your point of view creates your reality. If you decide what somebody says about you is true, you're going to make that your reality. All your organs are going to start contracting. Everything about you is going to buy that belief of somebody else's reality is greater than yours. So that's going to be your reality. Hey Patricia, welcome. And you're going to then take that and live with it every day and wonder why nothing's changing, because you bought somebody else's reality, somebody else's way of seeing you, somebody else's way of being in the world. Sidebar. Great awareness. So if you've decided you're less than because you see somebody else as greater, that's going to be your point of view, that you always have to, sign up for something. You always have to learn something. You always have to keep chasing, right? So your point of view creates your reality. If you have a point of view that you're not enough, that there's a difference between there's always more, because there is always more, right? That's actually, there's always more. We are constantly shifting and changing. People are inventing new things every nanosecond. The earth shifts and changes. The forest shifts and changes. Our body shifts and changes, right? Our points of view shift and changes. There's always more. If you decide that because there's always more, you're never enough, you're less than, you'll never catch up, that's going to be the reality that you're going to be waking up to and living in every day. Your point of view creates your reality. Your point of you, Y-O-U, creates your reality. Your reality, the construct that you've created, does not create your point of view. It's something you bought as real and true. Your point of view about your reality, somebody else's reality, will create the way you live, how you live, who you choose to live with, what you choose to create on the planet and with the world. Let's hear some. This is not a dialogue or a monologue, it's a conversation. Oh good, I've got one thumbs up and a heart. So hop on in, right? Come on in with your questions. We live in a buffet. This planet, it's a buffet of choice. So everywhere you lock yourself in, you're also locking your body in. You know, we are beams of light, right? Every cell is shifting and changing. When we contract around a point of view, when we make what somebody else says about us as real and true, when we buy their judgments as more valuable than who we be, and what we know to be true, we've also contracted the energy around us, right? You have this energy, let's call it some people call it a field, some people call it unlimited, whatever you want to call it. There's you, the body, the being, the organs, and then there's all of this energy. When you contract, you also contract the energy. So all of this energy that's reaching out into the quantum fields, that's reaching out beyond for you to receive and play with, those awarenesses. Do you notice when you buy a point of view as real and true, that contracts? And all of a sudden you're like, I don't know what to do, la la la, right? It's like, stop the madness. Just take a breath, expand way out. Thank you, organs, thank you, body. What's true for me? Are there any decisions that I've made about the way that I'm creating my reality that actually doesn't work for me? Everything that is, everything that brings up. Wow, thank you for that awareness. Now what else is possible? Questions. What's popping for people? I know got a lot of private messages on this one. I guess you all are still sleeping. We're 3 hours early, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Yep, because I'm at this conference and I hate to miss a Sunday with all of you, with all of your questions and what pops for you. So let me know. And if you're listening to this on the replay, press #replay and let me know what popped for you. I always go in every day to continue the conversation, to see what is really coming up for you with the themes and topics that we talk about on Ask Susan. And if you're new to Ask Susan, come on in with your questions. Yeah, it's a conversation. And it's one that actually I've been having with myself as well. In this conference, there are many women in business, different kinds of business, different ways of being in business. And it's really about asking myself, what is it that I'm asking to create in this 10 seconds that is creating with my future, right? And what's a different way that I could be with this that would add to my life and my living? Patricia, hi, love you. Can you explain confusion? Yes. Is that when we buy someone else's point of view? Yes. Okay, Veronica. Welcome, Veronica. I'm just going to get to Patricia's question first. Can you explain confusion? Yes. Confusion is when you buy other people's points of views as true and real. It's that simple. You know how when you're a little kid and you know something and, and you're told you don't know? Like I was supposed to be put in the mentally handicapped class in high school, right? I just have a different way of being in the world, right? And I didn't find it confusing, but I confused others because they had me in a box of what I was supposed to be, how I was supposed to be all the way through grammar school, and I never fit into the box, right? That the educational system, so they were actually confused because they were trying to fit me into their reality. So I didn't buy it. I never got confused. I knew that I was different. Right? So confusion is when you don't actually acknowledge the difference that you be and the difference you are. And when you buy everything as equally valuable, right? Like, oh, there's this I could be doing, 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 this lever I could have, and this lever I could get out of this relationship, except I'm benefiting here, but I'm really not here because it's abusive here, but everybody says I should be grateful. You see, that has nothing to do with you, the being. So confusion is first of all, when you've contracted. How to get out of confusion? Great question to ask. Take a big breath, expand right out, go for a walk, have a conversation with yourself and ask this question. Is there a decision that I've made here? We often get confused when we buy scarcity as real and true. Like, oh, if I don't do this. No, everything comes around again and again and again, perhaps in a different form. Right? And I find that gives me a lot of peace and ease when I have all of these choices and I'm like, okay, so truth, if I don't choose this, what would that create in my life? My living, my body, my finances, my future. If I do choose this, what would that create with my life, my living, my body, my finances? So is now the time? Yes or no? And to alleviate, hi Martine, to alleviate confusion is to just, as I say, I find my best conversations are when I'm walking, right? Go for a walk or just being present. I go for a walk partially My body loves it. And also, I find it when I change where I am, the physical structure of where I am, it changes my reality. And it gives me more space to actually be present with these questions. Is there a decision I've made here? Right? As real and true. What decision have I made that's holding me back here? Right? I got some thumbs up on that. Am I confused or am I aware? Because often we're really aware and nobody else validates us, our awareness. So we decide we're confused because they don't agree with us, right? We're taught in this reality that you have to be validated. Well, what if validation wasn't real, right? So are you confused or are you aware? Patricia, oh my goodness, thank you for that. Awesome. Hey, Caglia. Hi, baby. Mwah. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go back to the question with Veronica. What questions to ask for reoccurring sore throat and chest pain for the past 6 months? Well, Veronica, are you willing to be present with your body, right? So tap into your body and start asking your body to give you information. Like when something's shifting and changing in my body, I say, body, so sorry, could you give me this information in another way with more ease? You know, what is it that you're asking of me and for me that I haven't been willing to be? I was, going to this gym for about 4 years. I'm loving it, getting up at 6 in the morning and doing all these different kinds of exercises, and they were quite repetitive, and I was loving it. It was great. All of a sudden, totally frozen shoulder. I never actually asked my body, do you want to keep doing this every day? I would get up in the morning, body, you want to? Yeah. But my body actually wasn't enjoying the repetitive. It's like, cool. So the other day I realized, things are atrophying. It doesn't actually work for me. So I thought, I asked body, what would you like? My body said, can we reach out to some yoga? And all of a sudden, universe, thank you, right in my email was, are you looking for some private yoga? And I knew these people and I know this yoga place, and I'm actually going to be in Vermont for a week. And they immediately write back, hey, Susan, when are you available? Awesome, this is when I'm available. My body's like, thank you. Right? So it's the willingness to be present with each organ. The other thing is you have the capacity to shift and change what is going on with your body if you're willing to listen, right? If you're willing to listen. So are you willing to actually shift and change the energy around your chest and your throat, right? You might ask some questions like, is there anything I'm refusing to speak or be? I wonder what that could create. Yeah. Let me know. Cool. Lots of questions coming in. Anything else popping for people? Thank you, Patricia. I love these questions. So are people getting a sense of a kind of a bigger sense and more aerial view of your point of view creates your reality? Your reality doesn't create your point of view, right? Every time you say to yourself, I'm stuck, ask yourself, is there a decision I made that's keeping me here? Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yay. Oh, Veronica said thank you. Yay, I got some hearts on that one. Because anywhere, we drive ourselves crazy, right? I mean, truth. It's not a far drive. Right? It's like, oh, shiny thing. Yeah. Oh, I want to do that. I'm enjoying being in this conference. Hey, Gulshan. Because I've got this wonderful, like I was saying the other day, somebody said, wow, you've changed. You're not like anymore. I said, yeah, because I realize right now my plate is full and I'm really enjoying how I can contribute to the plate that I'm playing with. It's not like, yeah, it's always there. Everything is always there for you, right? Yeah. Crazy. Yeah, Patricia says, hey, Angela, welcome. It's there for you. What reality are you creating? Are you creating a reality of rush and trauma and drama? Anytime you hear yourself say, I can't, or I don't know, or I'm confused, stop and ask yourself, Again, I love this is like my go-to. My clients are loving this question. Is there a decision that I've made here? Right? And it could be you've decided that if I don't do this now, it'll never happen again. There's a scarcity there, right? I don't have enough. That's a decision. Notice there's no questions. Questions open doors and windows to possibilities. That's why I love Ask Susan, because all the questions that are popping in, right? If you're willing to be in the question, I wonder what kind of reality that can create for you. Anything else popping for people? If you're just hopping on, have a re-listen. We've had some really juicy questions. This is kind of a daily live with, right? If something isn't working for you, I wonder if I've made a decision here that's holding this in place. What decisions have I made that's holding this in place? Because you have the capacity to shift and change it. What reality have I created that actually is working for me and isn't working for me, right? And gratitude. Wow, this is so cool. How does it get any better? I'm in technology in Connecticut talking to you from all over the world. We have a worldwide group of members with Ask Susan. Yeah, grateful for this reality of technology. And how can I manipulate it to my advantage? How many of you get confused, I'm using Patricia's word, I love that, by all this stuff that pours in every day? Are you gifting yourself a reality in which it's tactile, you're using your senses? You're seeing, you're tasting, you're touching, you're feeling the air on your body, you're shifting and moving with your body, you're reaching out to animals and plants and the creations of this planet, right? Are you having a reality that's nurturing for you? Are you wearing clothes that are yummy for you? Do you use soaps that turn your body on? Like, what reality are you creating? Is it working for you? How does it get any better? Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Acknowledgement. Wow, I'm the kind of gal that creates a reality that actually is fun to play in today, right? And if it's not working for you, change it, right? Your point of view, V-I-E-W, is the lens that you're looking through. Your point of view, V-I-E-W, creates the point of view. So I might ask you, how are you with you? Do you have gratitude? Are you creative with you? When you take an aerial look at your life, where am I now? Where would I like to be 5 years from now? Are you creating a reality with you? Are you nurturing you to create what you're truly asking for? It's a different point of view. Yay, I got a thumbs and a heart on that one. Anything else popping for people? Any other questions? Again, if you're seeing this later, hit #replay. And let's see what we can create together. I always come in every day and check. And thank you for all the new members that are popping on. How does it get any better? And if you know some friends that should actually be on Ask Susan, let them know. And we'll get them on in here. So, no more questions. Play with this week. If something isn't working for you, ask, is there a decision that I've made here? And is now the time, right? What reality would you like to play with? If it's not the one you're living with, not the one you're creating, change. Choose, change, choose, change. 10 seconds. This actually doesn't work for me. Okay, what else is possible? What else can I create? Ooh, I got a heart and a thumbs up on that one. Love you all. Just checking already. Live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader that you came here to be, creating the reality that's actually juicy and joyous. And please, the world needs more of you, not less of you. See you next Sunday, and come on in with your questions during the week. It's where all the action's happening. Ask Susan. Bye-bye.